Hello and welcome to the Google Chromecast impressions video. This video is going to show you what the Google Chromecast is, what you can do with it, and then finally I'll show you a couple of videos as I run it through its paces, showing you YouTube playback, Netflix playback, and finally what it looks like if you try to use it with Google Play Music. So what exactly is the Google Chromecast? Well, the Chromecast is meant to be a small device that is only used for streaming content of the internet. So it's really important here when I said that it's really meant to only stream content of the internet, the content has to be online currently for it to work. There are a couple people who are working on some solutions to stream back local content, but that's currently still in the works. So that being said, the Chromecast connects to your HDMI port and is powered via micro USB plug. So any cell phone charger will work. There's one that comes with the Chromecast. It supports BG and Wi-Fi. It has 2 gigs of flash storage and 512 mega RAM. It also has hardware built into it to decode H.264 and VP8. So the one real interesting thing about the Chromecast though is it has no real user interface. The reason why it's so cheap, it's only $35, and why it's so powerful is because it leverages your phone, tablet, or PC as the user interface. So currently the Chromecast only supports a couple different apps, and they're mostly Google-based apps. So right now the Chromecast supports YouTube, Netflix, Google Play Music, Google Play Movies and TV, but there are a bunch of apps promised by other developers, so more apps such as HBO Go and Pandora are currently in the works and should be out soon. There's one additional interesting fact, and that is that you can use the Chromecast with the Google Chrome browser. So if you actually have a website open on your laptop or on your computer, and it's connected to the same wireless network that the Chromecast is connected to, you can actually display the content of your window on the Chromecast via Chrome. Unfortunately, this little feature only works with the desktop version of Chrome. I tried it with the version of Chrome that runs on my Android phone, and it did not have that option to show the website on the Chromecast. The setup of the Chromecast is actually remarkably easy and straightforward. All you have to do is take it out of the box, plug it into an HDMI port on your TV, give it power using the micro USB cable, which you can actually plug into the TV like you can see here, or you can plug it into the wall outlet that it comes with. Then you download an app from the App Store if you're using an Android phone, or you can download a desktop app. You have to configure the wireless on the Chromecast using the app, enter your wireless pre-shared key if you have one, and that's pretty much it. Once you have that, it's all done, and you can go ahead and use the Chromecast. As with all my videos, I really like to see how long it takes for these devices to start up. So with the Chromecast, it's pretty much on as soon as you turn on your TV if you're plugging it into the USB port on your TV, or it's on the entire time if you have it plugged into the wall outlet. So it really doesn't take very long. It basically just takes as long as it takes for you to switch the input to the TV. So next up, I'm going to show you how to use the Chromecast with YouTube videos. And basically the way this works is whenever you use the Chromecast, your phone or tablet will turn into the remote and the user interface for the Chromecast. Basically what that means is that you pick the video you want to watch on your tablet or on your phone, and then hit the Chromecast button on the top of YouTube to tell the Chromecast to show the video on the device that it is plugged into. When you hit the Chromecast button in the YouTube app, it'll give you an option of what Chromecast you want to play it to. I'm guessing if you have multiple Chromecasts on your network, you could actually play it to any of the devices that you're currently connected to that are paired with your remote. As you can see, I pulled up a video here and it's actually playing on the TV now, and I can pause it from the remote, which is my Android phone. Sometimes it takes a little bit to pause, and then I can play it again. It also has built-in support for the notification screen and for the lock screen, so you can pause it, fast forward it, rewind it from both the lock screen and the notification area of Android. So next up is Netflix. As you will notice, you'll probably see a trend here. It's basically exactly the same thing as the YouTube app. Once you're in Netflix and you pick a movie you want to watch, there'll be an extra button that becomes available, and all you have to do is tap that extra button, and you're asked what Chromecast you want to display the movie on. Pick the Chromecast you want. It's exactly the same. Like you can, if you have multiple, you can pick the one that you want, and it'll start playing it on your TV. At that point in time, your phone will actually become a remote again, kind of like it did earlier. It'll show you some of the fan art for the movie. Also, if you're watching like a TV show that has multiple episodes, it'll show you all the episodes on there. And then again, you can pause from there, you can skip, you can go back to Netflix, and everything's on the screen. The Chromecast does support Netflix in high def. It sometimes takes it a little bit to figure out that it's trying to do high def, so it'll start with a standard def stream and then we'll jump over to high def, but it does work fairly well, and I didn't have any problems with it anytime I used it. Finally, I wanted to take a look at Google Play Music. Again, the same thing as it is with Netflix and with YouTube. Once you open up the app, there will be an extra button that you pick to pick the Chromecast you want to play the music back on. And at that point in time, you click the song you want and the Chromecast will play back the song you picked. And on the TV screen, it'll display the album art, which is pretty nice. The big thing to remember here, and this is absolutely important because it kind of frustrated me a little bit in the beginning, is you have to make sure that you upload the music that you want to listen to Google Music or Google Play, whatever they call it now, using the Music Manager app. If you have music on your phone that you put directly on there, you cannot play that music back. It'll give you an error saying that you cannot play back music that has been side-loaded onto the device. So in the case of the Chromecast, the $35 question is, if you're looking at a comprehensive home theater solution, I doubt that at this point in time the Chromecast will meet all your needs. Quite frankly, it is a great solution to turn any old TV into a smart TV and get Netflix playback without buying a Blu-ray player or hooking up a PS3 or similar, but it just doesn't give you everything that a home theater PC gives you at this point in time. Some people said that this thing would be a game changer, and that still remains to be seen, at least in my opinion. It is aimed at competing with the Apple TV, and the fact that it is 1/3 of the cost of the Apple TV makes it pretty appealing to a lot of people, because $35 is really cheap, and in the beginning it came with 3 months free of Netflix, so basically you ended up paying about $10 for it. However, currently the biggest drawback is that you can only use it with a limited amount of apps and with content that is available on the internet only. That being said, I have seen some videos online that showed people streaming local content to their Chromecast by leveraging a localized web server that they wrote. At this point in time though, I haven't seen any of those solutions available for download, and even then, the Chromecast really only has a limited amount of codec support built into the hardware, so playing back local content may still be difficult or even impossible based on the hardware specifications of the Chromecast. All that being said though, I do think that it's exciting that consumers finally have a cheap solution that works with devices that they already own, meaning your tablet, your smartphone, your desktop machine, and it's also cross-platform, so it'll work with iOS, it'll work with Android. And to be totally honest, for a device that is a little over a month old, I was really impressed with how well it worked at the time of launch. So those are my thoughts on the Google Chromecast. If you do have any comments, questions, or feedback, leave me a comment down below in the comment sections, or visit my blog over at xbmcstuff.tumblr.com. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.